right, so what is color grading and why is it so important? I decided to make this video because when people used to ask me what I did for work and I said color grading, they'd look at me confused. Be like, what is that? So I'd explain it, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of like Photoshop or Lightroom, but for video. And they would still kind of look at me confused, so I figured I would just kind of explain it right here. So color grading is one of the last essential steps, a finishing process, if you will, for any professionally shot video or film. It enhances or brings to life the cinematographer or videographer's intentions when they shot the footage in the first place. So let's take a look. So if you ever look at behind the scenes footage of a film, you'll see something like this. And it's still a nice photo, but you could see this is basically what your camera would see if you were just standing there on set. But then if you look at what the film looks like upon release, you're gonna see something like this. It has a specific vibe, a color palette, a texture to it. It's like a super high quality handcrafted filter almost, made specifically for this film or piece of content. And in my opinion, it makes Instagram filters look like a joke. I mean, I think any colorist would agree with me. Even what you're looking at now in my humble home office is color graded. No color grade? Grade. And just to give you a more practical example of like something we shot, here's our video with Dr. Mike. This is straight out of camera, right? Straight out of camera. And this is with the color grade on. Now, one of the more difficult parts of the job, besides taste and artistic expression, is technical mastery and craftsmanship. It is a technical job. In fact, one of the jobs in the field is called digital image technician, DIT for short. One of the difficult parts is matching shots here. Maintaining a specific look through hundreds or sometimes even thousands of shots. You can watch this film and you will know it is this specific film. Even though these shots were shot on different days, under different conditions, sometimes with different cameras even. So as an example, I'm sure you've done this before. You're taking pictures with your phone. You could take one and then you'll take another one, right? And just because you move the phone a little bit or something, the one picture will look like brighter than the other, or the colors will change a little bit. That's because the phone's software is compensating for slight changes in the environment that it reads from the sensor. So maybe you kind of pointed it a little more towards a lamp or something, and it's reading some red light from the lamp, and now it's like, oh, the scene is more red. I need to adjust for that, and it'll change the colors automatically. So when we shoot professional video, we almost never shoot anything on automatic. It's always manual. That way we eliminate at least one of the variables between shots. And yeah, I think it's one of the coolest, most important jobs you can have in production. If you have a lower budgeted project and you couldn't hire like a super professional cinematographer, having a good colorist will save you. It will go a long way into making your video look more professional. I always recommend to newer filmmakers or people producing content, keep money in the budget for a colorist to finish your video. You spent all this time and effort and money making something. You don't want to get to the finish line after all your hard work and end up with something like this when you can end up with something like this. So if you or anyone else you know needs a colorist, schedule a consultation call with us. If you also need help with social media content creation packages, post-production, production, podcasting, anything like that, schedule a call as well, and we'll see you soon.